Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. In this video, we're going to be talking about the #1 best free Mandala coloring design site online. But before we go ahead and do that, I just want to let you know that here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to be able to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we also do product reviews, as well as tips on how to make money online. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, how about you smash that like button, as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Okay guys, let's go check it out. Okay, now we're at a site called Color Mandala. Now in this particular one, this is what I have just created, and as you can see, it's quite elaborate and it's not a bad design. Now I'm going to be showing you exactly how I created something like this. It won't be the exact design because, well, there's so much involved, and every design will be different unless you manage to memorize exactly all the everything you've done on all of these different parts. But what we're going to do is we're going to start a brand new one, just so as we can actually get it going really well. So let's get started. Alright, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take this part over here, just off the screen, just a little bit. And this is where we do most of our working. Now, when we do this, we have, well, I'll just click on one of these just to show you what it's like to start off with. When we click on that, that will open this design details box just here up. Now, this will allow us to be able to do things like start, middle, and end. We can do things like repeat, and also rotation and width, but that's not the same on every one of them. However, what I will do is I'll open up the width and I'll shrink that down substantially, so that's good, and I think I'll keep that at about there. Now repeat, I'm going to be doing that about 12, I think. Now repeat means how many stars is it going to have. Now let's go over here to end, and I'm now going to shrink this one down by doing this, and that will hopefully bring it down to a smaller size. Now I want to shrink that down quite a bit so as it can be the centerpiece for the Mandala coloring page. Okay, so I think down just a little bit more. I think that will be fine the way it is right now. That's excellent. Now let's go add another shape. Right now I'm going to be trying a polygon. So we click on that. Now we want to be able to shrink this down, so we're going to be having to add a rotation here, and what we want to do is maybe go here to radius, and we want to shrink this part down. We want to shrink it down quite a bit so as the other one fits inside. Now what I would normally do in this particular case is I'll drag that one down just a little bit so as I can see what I'm doing. Now I can also drag it down just a little bit more so as it fits inside the circle. Oops, just a bit too much. There we go, that'll do. Might even shrink it down just a tiny bit more. Now you'll see that it's blue, but as soon as we add another shape, that color will disappear. I'm going to put in a flower. Now you're going to be saying, hang on a minute, let me just show you something. I'm going to shrink down the radius of this one, and as you can see, the polygon and the diamond shape are completely different now. So let's just move flower down here, and it has literally changed where it's going to go. So let's now make this rotation. No, we're going to invert this, and we can also go segmentation, yes. And as you can see, we're now going to add a rotation level here, and I'm going to change the position here. And I'm going to take the position out. Now we can shrink that down just a little bit to have it touch that. Now one of the things we want to do is repeat it, and I want to repeat this 12 times so as it matches what we have over here. And as you can see, it's matched on to all the points very nicely. Okay, so let's go add another shape. So we're going to go down to the bottom part here. Let's go add another shape. I'm going to go down here to maybe braids. So I'm going to click on the braid section just here. And once again, we want to have a look at the width or the radius. Let's have a look at the radius. Let's reduce the radius a bit so as it comes out and touches the outside of that. Whoops, too much. There we are. And now you can see it's now touching the outside of that. And what I'm doing, as you can see, is I'm going through and I'm just going layer by layer. Now we can try and do a pie chart or a pie. Now what I want to do here is I want to grab the end and I want to shrink that down. And what I'll do here by doing this, I can shrink that down quite a bit. But another thing I need to do is grab the width and shrink that down as well. Oh, no, actually that's not what I want to do. Let me get rid of that. What I want to do is go to the start and I want to shrink that down. See, what I've done is I've just shrunk down the size of that circle. So as you can see, I'm doing that and I'm making the circle larger in the center so as it sits inside quite nicely. There we go. And as you can see, everything is touching each other. Now if I want to repeat, I can now repeat that to 12 so as it matches all the others. So there we have it. We can have it repeat quite a bit so as it fits quite nicely. Alright, so might even take it up to 20. There we go. Lovely. And we can also change the width if we wish to, but I think I'm happy with where it's at. So let's move on to the next one. I might go a twist in this particular case. Now I love the twist. Twist is really easy and it's really good for you to be able to use. So I can now take this one, I can either leave it there like that, or I can expand it all the way out so as it touches the outside of that particular one there. I like that, so I think I'll keep it there. Now we can also go here to say triangles and have a look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now we can now go expand that out so as it becomes something completely unique. And we can also position this as well. If we add that one, we can add the position if we wish to and have it go up or down, but I think we'll just leave it at that. But let's also now expand this up just a little bit more. And we can also, we have 12 there, that's good. Now let's go here and maybe end. We can now expand that up if we want to. And we can now take that and make that a bit bigger. So we can just go start and we can do that. There we have it. Now, I'm going to take that to the edge, that's good. And I think I'm happy with that. Now we can also rotate it around if you want to change the position of this as well, but I don't really want to do that. I think what we'll do now is go grab another twist and we'll grab that one there and we'll expand the radius up so as it goes on the outside of that particular one. So you can change, you can do this as much as you want, you can make it as elaborate as you want. And as you can see, I'm not doing overly elaborate right now, but I could change my mind on that. Now we could repeat that and we can repeat that again. We can also choose the width. We can make it wider. Whoops a daisy. Not too much though. It doesn't like it too wide. There we go. We can make it thinner. But I think 3 will be fine. We can do amplitude, which means it'll actually open up the gap so as it looks more like that. I like that. Alright, so let's now go to the next one. Let's have a look at the open star. Actually, no. I think the triangle, no, yeah, open star. Let's try the open star. Open star is really quite funky. Let's go here, shrink that down. And as you can see, it's looking like a star. Now let's go get the ends, we'll bring that in. We can do that as well. Or we can also choose to do more leaves, which we're going to do. More leaves means how many points. So of course we're wanting to do 12. Now we can have point type. Okay, let's activate that. We can have it as a flower. We can have it as a shiro. We're going to also have it as a wave, which is left. I like the left wave, that's really nice. And I like the right wave. But I think I like the left wave better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now shrink this down quite a bit more. And we're going to shrink it down quite a bit. There we are. Maybe even more than that. That's good. Maybe even a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Maybe shrink it down so as it looks just like that. That's awesome. I'm happy with that. There we are. That's good. I'm really happy with that. Actually, I might take it up just a tiny bit more. There. Yeah, that's probably best. About 10. That'll do. I'll have a look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay, so let's go have a look at the next one. We're going to have add shape. We're going to go over here to leaf, I think. And now the leaf. This is a really cool one. What we want to do is we're going to go here to activate the start, and we want to shrink this down. Now we can shrink that down, and we can make that like that. Oops, make it down just a little bit more so as it's touching just on there. Now we're going to have to repeat it, and I want to repeat that 12 times. There we are. In fact, I might even shrink that down just a little bit more. Up, wrong way around. That's good. Now let's just get this down just a little bit more. By doing that, we can do end. We can shrink that down just a little bit. Oops, wrong one. Oops, sorry. There we go. Let's try and get this down. I think we have to go to position for this case. We hit this one, and this will activate position, and we can then have it either go up or down. I don't think we can actually get any more, have it go any closer right now. So I might have to actually, what I'll do in this particular case is I will expand the size of this leaf just a little bit, or hitting that, and we'll just have it go down there like that. So as it's touching, that'll do. Now what I might do is put that down here just a little bit behind the twist, so as if it'll actually go behind it just a little bit. There we have it. So let's go add another design, and you can overlap in circles or hearts. So let's try the hearts. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate the size. We're going to have that, but of course we're going to be shrinking the size of that down substantially. And I might grab hold of this and just drag it down to about 50%. See what it's like. No, I think I might drag it down even more. Now we'll grab the heart and take it down to the center, down to the bottom, so as it's the dominant part that we're working on right now. Then we can hit rotation. We don't want to rotate it right now, but what we do want to do is add repeats. Now the repeat we want to do 12 times. Oops. There we are, not 121 times, but 12 times. There we are. Now, position is where we're going to be having this, and it's going to now go out. And we're going to want this to go out to the edges. Now we might want to also shrink the size of the hearts down just a little bit more, so as they can go out to the edges a lot better. And we can have them sitting either over the top of the leaf, or we can have like that, or we can have them sitting on top of the leaf, like that. I think that's nice. I think we'll leave it at that. Now I'm going to add a twist, or a braid. I'm going to add a braid. And that's a lovely braid sitting right there, and we might even add a twist while we're at it. And we can expand the twist up. Let's get that radius of that twist so as it joins up with that other one. And I'm going to have it just underneath the other one. There we are. As you can see, it's looking lovely. So let's get rid of that. Now what you can also do if you want to, you can clone certain sections. Say for example you want to be able to clone the twist. You can have that, and you can just go clone twist, and then you can work on the clone. And with this one you can say for example repeat, We can go like that. You can go the width. We can make the width a little bit bigger, or a little bit smaller. Let's have a look here. That's right, the twist is only about 5 from memory. And we can have aptitude. We can have that looking really cool. And we can just do that. Just to make it, just to give it that bit of extra oomph. There we go. Now we're getting close to the outside, so what I might do is reduce the radius just a bit so as it comes on the inside. And it fills up that gap just a little bit. There we have it. So as you can see, I'm just going to move that out of the way a little bit. We're now ready to go. Now I'm happy with what we've got just here. And now all I need to do is to download this as a JPEG. Now the reason I want to download it as a JPEG is because if I was to download this as a PDF, it'd be easier to print, but if I'm wanting to put it into Amazon KDP, having it as a JPEG allows me to do a lot more to it. So I'm going to just quickly download this one as a JPEG, and we can then keep going from there. Now I'm in my coloring book folder, and I'm going to be calling this one Mandala 3, and I know that it'll be under Mandala 3, which is exactly what I want. Hit save. We're going over here to remove.bg. Now this will allow the background to be having the colors removed, having the actual white background removed, so it just makes it easier if I want to do something else to it later on. Now what I want to do is I can now upload the image, and from there I'm going to go to my coloring book, and it was Mandala 3, so I'm just going to go here, double click on that, and what it's going to do is it's going to remove the background for me and turn it into a PNG file, and that's exactly what I want to see. Now we want to download that, and I want to download that into my transparent image folder, and we can do that, and we're going to be putting that straight inside there. Now if you want to make your images even more unique, allow me to show you a little trick that you can do to make your images even more unique. Let's go over here. We're going to open up a PowerPoint slide right now. Now this can work in either PowerPoint or anything you want that has a presentation aspect to it. So let's just double click on that and we'll open it up. And we're going to go over here, right click on this area here, go down to layout, and we'll remove the background here. Now we're going to go to design, and we're going to go over here to slide size, custom slide size just here. And we're going to be doing 8.5 by 11. The reason I'm wanting 8.5 by 11 is so as the person who is coloring it in isn't having to strain their eyes too hard. 8.5 by 11. It's just being considerate to your customers, and we go OK. We're going to make sure it ensures fit. Now what I want to do is go to the insert section, and what I'll do is I'll start with a new slide down the bottom, and we'll work on this slide just here. We're going to go here to this device. I'm going to grab a picture in the insert section, and I want to go here to my desktop, go down here to coloring book, this one here, and I'll go to transparent, and if you remember, it was Mandala 3, and the one we grabbed before we had put into, where is it? There it is. That's the one. Now I'm going to grab hold of this one and have this go straight into here. Now this is where we're going to be changing things up just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that image, I'm going to hold down the shift key, drag it out till it touches the edge, drag that over. Now we probably don't want to go too far over because we want to be able to keep it inside the bleed. Now what I've done was I held down the shift key, and the reason I held down the shift key is it keeps the aspect ratio of that image in the right place. So to centralize this, we can either do one or two things. We can either grab this until we get to the crosshairs just there, or we can go to the home section, go over here to where it says arrange, We can go to align, we can go center, and then we can go arrange, align, and we can then go middle. And that puts it directly in the center of the page. So as you can see, that's one. Now let's go over here to insert. Let's go over here to picture. Now this is where we're going to be making it quite a bit different. We're going to grab this one here, and we're going to go back into this folder. Now let's go find another image. I like this one here, and I think it'll work well with this one. So let's click on that one. Let's double click on that, and that one will open up inside this particular image. Now holding down the shift key, I want to expand that up, and then there we go. If we're going to expand that up as well, we want to get it roughly in the center of this one. There we are. Now as you can see, it's looking lovely. Now what I want to do is go Control A. I want to grab both of those. Yes, I can see both of them there now. And as you can see, that's now a completely changed image. Now if you want to, you can now make a new slide. And if you've downloaded or created a few of these, like I have, you can then insert numerous ones from different orders and different patterns, and you can do it all like this. Now I created one here like this earlier, so I'm going to put this one here in. Now once again, holding down the shift key so we can expand it up, and this way it maintains its aspect ratio. So as you can see, that's looking gorgeous. You want to be able to find the center. And once we find the center, I'm just going to go to the align section at the home and just align it the way I want to do it. Center, and then align middle. There we are. There we are. Now we have a dead smack center. Okay, so once again, you can also grab hold of this, grab another image, and add it over the top. And you can overlay another image as long as it's transparent. That's why I have the transparency ones. That's why I went to move.bg, because I want to be able to have the ability to be able to use transparent images if I want to. Alright, so let's grab this image instead, and we're going to insert that one. And then we can just expand that up, go holding this shift. We can expand that out. And of course we want to be able to have that go into the center, so we can line that up with the center. That's why I like starting with circles, because it gives you a good baseline as to where to put the center when you do this. So this way it doesn't look kind of out of position. There we are. Now if I wanted to, I can just go Control A, that selects both of them, and then I can just go Control G. And what I've just done was I've grouped them all together. Now I can do the same here. I can go Control A, and that just grabs all the images here, and go Control A, that grabs all the images, and then I can just go Control G, and it just makes it one solid image. Now another thing we can do, if we so wish to, we can now go New Slide, and if we want to just keep it with one particular image, you can do that too. If you don't like having to overlay images, that's perfectly fine. Just grab the one you just did, and here you have it. A beautiful mandala image that you can now expand. And the best part about that is because they're unique and different, and they are your own personal designs, Amazon will pass them. Just make sure you leave yourself enough room for bleeds and so forth, and enough room for people to be able to color in. Alright guys, that's all there is for this particular video. If you like this video, please consider smashing the like button, as well as subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Hey, and while you're at it, why not consider sharing, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this method. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and bye for now.